Good morning. Daze with Jordan the Lion. That's your cue! Jaw. You know, more people probably want to say hi to you than they say hi to me. Every message I get says, say hi to Jaw for me. Good morning, guys. John and I are out for a hike because we went to the park. This was a little unscheduled. We went to the park, and the park was kind of shut down because they're filming a commercial there. So there's a little bit of a walk around the reservoir. Remember when I took you guys to the reservoir? I went over there and they have a sign that says no dogs allowed, but they have a trail outside of it that has no sign, so that's where we're at now. Got the reservoir over there, guys. Can you see it? That time that we were up on that little like bridge thing, that's what's right over there. Doesn't that almost look like the opening shot from MASH out here where I'm hiking? Did you guys know a little bit of history? Is that my acting teacher was the man who was the casting director for MASH. His name's Sam Christensen. And the way that I ended up at Sam Christensen's classes was one time I went to Price is Right. Drew Carey talked to me in the audience, told him I was an actor, and he said, you have to take Sam Christensen's class. Also, I am going to be doing a MASH vlog soon. I'm going to be going out to the MASH filming locations. If any of you'd like to go with me, it's in Malibu. We can meet up and go hike it and vlog it together. There's a pretty good shot of the reservoir. Also, guys, you better be glad that you just sat through my whole spiel, because we are going to one of the most famous and most memorable houses in television history today. Ayy! Somewhat appropriate for where we're going today. Pinky's Automotive. How about Pinky Tuscadero? That's right. Now, even though I was not born when this show originally aired, and, well, actually I think I might still have been alive when it originally aired, but how fascinating is it that we're going to a place that not only is a show that my mom loved as a younger woman, and pretty much everybody in my family loved it. It had countless spin-offs. I can think of what, I think Laverne and Shirley, what else came out of here? Mork, Joni Loves Chachi. I mean, it's pretty crazy. And believe it or not, it's a real house. Today we're going to the amazing home of the Cunninghams and the one and only Fonzie. The house from Happy Days. In the first season, you'll remember that the theme song was actually Rock Around the Clock. And then eventually they got their own theme song. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Look at that. How cool is that? The actual house for all the exterior shots of Happy Days. Richie, Joni, Marion, and Howard. And of course, this is the place where the Fonz lived. Had countless women. And he would have actually lived back here. He would have lived in this back apartment back there. And it's, you know what's funny is, even though I believe the address for the TV show was 565 Clinton or Clifton or something like that, this is actually 565 Cahuenga. So it's pretty much exactly the same way as it was. And we know that Fonzie would have lived back here. Man, what a great show. Literally, it just went forever. You felt like the show would never end until it jumped the shark. I mean, literally. That's where the phrase jumping the shark came from. Was Fonzie jumping a shark on a jet ski. God, I love this show. Just another one of those things that without TBS, I would have never even given a chance, because you'd see it on reruns and stuff, but when you're a young kid, it's hard to, it's kind of hard to relate to a TV show that's set in the 60s when you have no frame of reference for it. And I just love the humor. I mean, I always thought Joni was really hot, and I loved Arnold, I loved Al, just the whole gang, Ralph Malph, Potsy, they were all great. And to think of, like I said, how many different guest stars came out of this, how many TV shows ended up coming out of this. Mork, Laverne and Shirley, Joni Loves Chachi, and I know I'm probably forgetting some others that are pretty obvious, but Ted McGinley was on here. In fact, my friend Kevin likes to comment that Ted McGinley, everything he's in ends up like failing, eventually getting ruined, and he always points this and Married with Children out as the primary ones, but I always love this show. Just fantastic. And since I found out it was literally in my neighborhood, I had to come by. Now, of course, we all know that this spawned off so many different shows and was just an absolute classic. It's just kind of crazy they never did any kind of follow-up reunion. But, you know, Ron Howard became a very big star. I mean, he became probably, for a while, the biggest director in Hollywood. So, really incredible to see the home of the Cunninghams. All the exterior shots, and yeah, of course the interior shots would have been done on the soundstage, and I've actually worked on that soundstage on Paramount. I filmed like a kids Nickelodeon show and found out that that was the soundstage they used for Happy Days. So there you go, guys. The Cunningham residence and the home of Fonzie. And of course, you guys know this is such a popular stop that as I'm here, there's like 2 other people in their car waiting for me to get done so they can come out and look at it probably. But this is where Fonzie would have ridden his motorcycle up with countless girls, countless times. I'm gonna pick your nose. I'm gonna pick your nose. Jock, can I pick your nose? You're not gonna stop me, are you? How long are you gonna let me keep my finger on your nose? I love you, dude. You're the best. You like to fight, don't you? That's the most excitement I'm gonna get out of you? What if I grab your nose like that? What if I grab your whole face? Then what do? Nothing. You're not gonna do anything if I grab your whole face, you trust me that much. You'll just let me do that. You're crazy. You coming to get me? You coming to get me? Alright, I have some errands to run, and you guys are going to do them with me. I got to go get Joss some food, I got to go get all the stuff for my juicing, I got to buy some razors at the barbershop, and then I got to go and I got to buy socks. And I get my socks at Ross because they're the only place that carries this exact pair, or the exact ones that I like, without ordering them online. And what I like is they're made by, oh, what's the surf shop? One of those surf companies, I forget. When we get there and I find them, I'll show you. But they're Rasta socks, and they all have like a Rasta band on them, but they're super comfortable and they last forever. Unfortunately, this week I've burned out about 5 pair because I got them all at the same time, obviously. So we got to try and replace those, and hopefully they'll have them. The Circus du Soleil school over there. Right here's where I buy my razors. I actually use Dollar Shave Club razors, but you can buy them here. They were sending them to me way too often, so now we buy them when we need them. Got them. See? Simple as that. I think we can cross this off the list. Got the self-checkout. Boom. Alright, now I can just leave Ralph's, walk right around this little corner here, go up the escalators, and that's the Ross. How perfect is that? Cross your fingers, they have the socks. This is a freaking madhouse. Well, no luck at Ross. They didn't have the socks, which I guess in a weird way it was kind of a blessing because that line was ridiculous. I would have been in there forever. So now I guess I'll just order them online. Who cares, right? Alright, just got enough stuff for 2 days for $5.19. Wow, look at the sky. It's blue and purple. Wow. Alright guys, I think I'm going to call it a night. I appreciate everyone that watches these vlogs. Thank you guys so much. And also thank you for never complaining about how long they are. When I started doing these, my goal was 6 to 10 minutes. And pretty quickly on in the vlogging process, I realized that I'm just way too long-winded and I just put way too much in. And even though I try and be a good editor of what I do, I still make them long, and I didn't know if that would be a plus or a minus for people when I started it, and so far nobody's ever complained, and that makes me feel really good. That means that whatever I'm doing, I'm holding your attention, I'm making it interesting enough that you're not complaining. The only people that ever complain are that freaking Bruce Lee dojo vlog that now I almost wish I would have never done, because the people that watch it, it's gotten over like 41,000 views now. And the people that watch it don't realize what I'm doing. They don't realize that this is a daily vlog. So when they watch it, they're like, why did I have to wait 15 minutes to see Bruce Lee's dojo? And then when you got there, it was just an empty room. It's like, they didn't want me to show them Chinatown. Like, that's the whole point of showing you Chinatown. It's LA's Chinatown. It has some history. It's not that interesting anymore. But other Chinatowns are, and that's kind of why I put it in there, is just to show you just how things sometimes aren't taken care of, how some things are just left to fall by the wayside. And I can't help what's in Bruce Lee's dojo, so I appreciate everybody watching and not complaining. And guys, I'm just an amateur historian. Like, I have no formal training. I'm just somebody who has a fascination with learning things and seeing new things in the world. And all I do is read as much as I can about things that we go and do. Especially old information. Sometimes there's conflicting stuff. Sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes it's misreported. Sometimes I just have a bad memory on little things and I'll mess them up. And I appreciate you guys for never jumping down my throat for messing something up. My mom sent me a message last night and said, Judy Garland's name wasn't Judy Gum. It was Frances Gum. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. That was her mom. And then I looked up. No, my mom was right. Her mom and her were both named Frances, and they were just spelled differently. And then when she changed it over, it became Judy Garland. So I misspoke on that. And on Elliott Smith's vlog, I think I misspoke and said that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck had discovered him when they didn't. It was more of Gus Van Sant. But when you're in the throes of doing the vlog and trying to remember everything and get the information out, sometimes I just misspeak, and I apologize, and I'm glad that you guys understand, and for the most part, I get most of the stuff right. I probably get 95% or more right, and I appreciate you guys coming and seeing me every day and hopping into my life and taking the ride with me. So have a good night, guys. Can't wait to see you till tomorrow.